I've got more supplies, the van floor framed out, a sheet of plywood prepped, and 3 days to finish up this way overkill van floor. First things first, I've got a new small little tripod, which comes in handy today. And look at this, that's super cute. That's it for insulating the sides of the battery compartment. Now there's a huge mess I'm gonna clean up quickly, and then we're on to carpeting it. And I've never carpeted before, and I hear it's quite difficult, so that's why I thought let's just start with the battery compartment. No one's gonna see what's in there, so it doesn't really matter how it's gonna look. Those 2 packages are for the carpet. It should be a bit stretchy. Yeah, very limited. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. So now it's time for a quick lunch and then the dreaded task of putting on the carpet. And yeah, my expectations are really low, so we'll see how that goes. One more quick coat of paint on all the edges, and then we're ready to put the carpet in. I've watched a tutorial over lunch, and pretty much 90% of the comments were along the lines of, the only thing I learned is I'm never gonna do this on my own. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm ready to carpet, or let's say as ready as it can get. Now, this stuff is super toxic, so even though we're outside, we gotta use a respirator. Now I gotta spray both parts, which means the battery bay and the carpet, and then it takes 5 to 15 minutes to vent off, and then I can put it on. So yeah, I'm just not sure if I should go ahead and do 2. Should I just try and wing it? And if I completely fail, then I fail. As if I'm gonna do 1, I don't know how far to let's just try it. Alrighty, I am done with the carpeting. Now I gotta say, I'm quite impressed by the result. I didn't expect it to come out nearly as good. Now it doesn't even come close to a perfect job. The cuts aren't lining up perfectly and there's some bumps here and there. But all in all, it looks way better than expected. Now we really gotta hurry up with putting everything away because in 20 minutes I have a bus to catch to the hardware store to get some more screws to fasten the plywood to the frame. Day 2 of the floor installation, and on today's to-do list is insulating everything, and that's gonna be a lot of work. Also, I'm back on the parking lot and today it's quite soggy and everything's wet, so that doesn't make working on the van any easier. So I managed to get quite a lot done. It's already 2 p.m. though, so I want to head home, get some lunch, and then I just have to finish up the middle row, and then I can finally glue in the plywood. My car is still not starting right, so let me know in the comments if you have any ideas what could be wrong. The battery is new, but it only starts on like the second or third time. We are done with insulating. Now I just need to put on a small little strip around the edge, and then finally it's time to glue in the piece of plywood. I am so done right now. Thanks to mom's help. It only took about 50 minutes from laying the first bead of glue to the last screw. Overall, I'm super happy, and the feeling in the van is already much different. It just feels a bit more completed. So now the only thing left is cleaning everything up, and then I'm so looking forward to my shower and the warm bed. I have no clue how many days later it is now, but it's super cold. And today it really is finally the last day of the floor build. We're gonna make 2 little plywood pieces for the battery compartment and put the aluminum rails in. Time for a quick lunch break. Now, before finishing up the van floor and gluing in all the stuff, I just quickly wanted to take a time, because it's episode 10, to just thank you all for sticking around. Initially, I wanted to get the floor done in like one episode, and now it took me, I think, 4 or even 5. So yeah, for all of you, almost 500 people that subscribe and stick around, thanks a lot. It's soon gonna get much more interesting. We'll have the electrical, insulating everything, framing everything out, putting in the vents. Also, thanks a lot for all the comments and likes. That really motivates me to keep going. One thing I wanted to talk to you about, up to now I had a 2-week upload schedule and I really don't think I can sustain that. Simply because of the weather. It's getting really cold and most of the upcoming tasks require gluing stuff in, and I really can't do that if it's below 0. So I'm just gonna leave it open when the next episode is gonna come out. And in the meantime, I'm gonna do much more research and order everything I need to continue with the build. So thanks a ton for sticking around, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing to join the journey to the Arctic Circle and give the video a thumbs up to let me know I'm on the right track. Alright, so that's it with the floor. I think it turned out super cool. There's only some minor details left, but that can wait for later episodes. Thanks for watching, until next time.